Sony recently surprised the camera world by announcing the Alpha 12, a move that defied many expectations which leaned toward an A7 IV or A7 V update. But more intriguingly, all eyes are now shifting toward a different, potentially game-changing tool in the filmmaker's arsenal, the long-rumored Sony FX9 II. This isn't just another spec-heavy camera designed to outpace the competition on paper. The FX9 II appears to be aimed squarely at solving the real-world challenges that professional cinematographers face on set. Instead of stacking on flashy new features, Sony seems focused on refinement, usability, and addressing pain points that have long disrupted the filmmaking process. Unlike Sony's more compact cinema options like the FX3 or FX30, both praised for their small size and portability, the FX9 II embraces a full-size, professional-grade body. It's designed to make a statement both in form and function. Its predecessor, the original FX9, already set a remarkably high bar. With 6K oversampling for ultra-detailed 4K output, 16-bit RAW external recording, and professional-grade color science, the FX9 earned its place in the toolkit of serious filmmakers. The FX9 II now has the monumental task of building on that legacy, and from all indications, Sony is approaching this challenge with a focus on practical innovation rather than marketing gimmicks. One of the most significant expectations surrounding the Sony FX9 II is its rumored ability to eliminate frame rate crops. This might sound like a small detail to some, but for working filmmakers, it's a huge deal. Changing frame rates on most cameras often means having to readjust your shot composition because the field of view changes, an annoying side effect of cropping. This disrupts creative flow during a fast-paced shoot and can slow down production in critical moments. If the FX9 II delivers true full sensor readout across all frame rates without cropping, it will offer a much smoother experience that keeps filmmakers focused on their vision rather than technical workarounds. Another highly anticipated feature is the inclusion of internal ND filters. This is a must-have for run-and-gun shooters or cinematographers working in unpredictable lighting conditions. Internal NDs eliminate the need to fumble with external filters or matte boxes, streamlining the workflow and minimizing setup time. Built-in ND systems are typically reserved for top-tier cinema cameras, and the return of this feature in the FX9 II would reaffirm its commitment to professional-grade usability. In-body image stabilization is yet another area where users are hoping for meaningful upgrades. Sony has already established a solid reputation for its stabilization technology, but the FX9 II offers an opportunity to push it even further. Better stabilization means less reliance on gimbals or bulky rigs, opening up more creative options for handheld shooting and making the camera more adaptable to various production styles. Enhanced IBIS could be the difference between needing a full production crew and being able to shoot high-quality content with a smaller, more agile team. The philosophy behind the FX9 II also reflects a broader industry trend. Filmmakers are no longer just chasing more megapixels or faster frame rates, they want tools that empower their creativity without getting in the way. As one filmmaker succinctly put it, "Give me a camera that gets out of the way." This mindset underlines much of the excitement around the Sony FX9 II. It's not about being the most complicated gadget on the market, it's about being the smartest and most intuitive. Retaining the E-mount system is another strategic choice that makes the FX9 II appealing. The E-mount has become a cornerstone of Sony's camera ecosystem, supported by a vast array of native and third-party lenses. Whether you're aiming for a vintage look with classic glass or seeking razor-sharp clarity with modern optics, the E-mount gives you the flexibility to adapt the camera to any creative style. While Sony hasn't released new cinema lenses in recent years, the depth of the E-mount lens ecosystem ensures that filmmakers won't feel boxed in. There's also speculation that the Sony FX9 II could borrow the same sensor found in the Alpha 9 III. This sensor is praised for its impressive dynamic range and flexible latitude, particularly under challenging lighting conditions. If this sensor does make its way into the FX9 II, we can expect improved image quality and greater flexibility when shooting in high-contrast environments. Again, it's not just about having more resolution, though 8K is heavily rumored, it's about elevating the tools filmmakers rely on to craft their visual stories. On that note, 8K recording is one of the headline features many are expecting from the FX9 II. But this inclusion comes with caveats. Many professionals question whether 8K is truly necessary for most projects. While it might not be essential for final delivery formats, it can be a huge asset for stabilization, digital zooms, and reframing in post-production without sacrificing image quality. The key here will be implementation. If Sony includes 8K, they'll need to ensure that it doesn't compromise the FX9 II's low light capabilities or dynamic range, two strengths of the original FX9 that filmmakers deeply value. Other features expected to make a return include dual native ISO, a technology that dramatically improves low-light performance and allows users to switch between different base ISOs without image degradation. This is especially useful when moving between interior and exterior scenes or shooting in mixed lighting conditions. Additionally, the ability to load and preview custom 3D LUTs in camera can save cinematographers hours in post, allowing them to fine-tune their looks on set with greater precision and confidence. Connectivity is another area where the FX9 II is expected to deliver. The original FX9 already featured robust input/output options for professional workflows, including support for external monitors, microphones, and follow-focus systems. It's safe to assume that Sony will expand on this with the FX9 II, ensuring that the camera plays well with a wide range of production tools and accessories. These aren't just conveniences, they're necessities for streamlining complex shoots and keeping crews efficient. Of course, we have to talk about the elephant in the room: price. The original FX9 was priced around $9,000 for the base kit, placing it squarely in the professional market. For many independent filmmakers and small studios, this price point can be a stretch. The big question is whether the FX9 II will maintain this premium pricing or if Sony will introduce modular or scaled-down configurations to appeal to a wider audience. There's precedent for this. Cameras like the FX30 have shown that Sony can deliver impressive specs at lower price points. If the FX9 II offers flexible options, it could attract both seasoned professionals and ambitious newcomers alike. What makes the Sony FX9 II so compelling isn't just its rumored spec sheet, it's the underlying philosophy driving its development. This isn't just another iteration, it feels like a carefully considered response to what filmmakers have been asking for: smarter tools, not just newer ones. The conversations surrounding this camera suggest a deeper shift in the industry. Cinematographers want to move beyond gear that feels like a compromise. They're asking for systems that support their vision, that minimize technical hurdles, and that adapt to a variety of workflows without forcing them to change how they shoot. If Sony delivers on even half of the rumored improvements, the FX9 II could become more than just the next step in the FX line. It could represent a turning point in cinema camera design. A milestone that doesn't just push specs but redefines what professional cameras should prioritize in the modern era. It's a bold ambition, but one that Sony seems well positioned to realize. For now, we wait. Sony has yet to officially unveil the FX9 II, and much of what we know remains speculative. But the anticipation is undeniable, and if the final product lives up to the expectations, it could not only carry the FX legacy forward, it might just set a new standard for what filmmakers expect from their tools. In the end, the Sony FX9 II isn't just about better filmmaking tech, it's about empowering better filmmaking. And that's something worth getting excited about.